Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I'm going to be going over my top 5 favorite must-do glute exercises. And I personally feel like I'm having to start all the way over with my glutes, growing my glutes. I just really feel like I lost it during my pregnancy. I was bed rest, so that was that. But this time, I'm going back into it a lot more seasoned. I've trained for a lot longer. So I feel like now when I come to work out and I actually get the chance to work out, I do not like to play around. I like to do the best of the best and not waste any time. So that's why I said I'm really excited for this video, because I really feel like it's going to help you if you feel like you've been struggling. And a couple of these exercises I've been doing for a very long time, but it's certain little things that I've fine-tuned and changed that's really made the difference, feeling it in my glutes and seeing progress overall. I feel like now, it could definitely be from the muscle memory, but I feel like I'm seeing progress a lot faster than I did when I was first starting out. So that's why I want to share these tips with you guys. And then a couple of these exercises I don't think I've ever shown on my channel, and they're that good. So if you like this type of content, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, because it really lets me know what you guys like to see, and it definitely helps the channel out here. If you are new, consider subscribing. I'm not going to talk any longer. We're going to go ahead and jump into the exercises. Okay guys, so the first exercise we're going to be doing is a landmine hack squat. So it's basically just loading one side of the barbell with weight. So the reason why you're able to target your glutes so much with this, I feel, is because if you're like me and you do a regular squat, I don't have much ankle mobility, and I tend to lean a little bit forward to keep my form, and that therefore my quads will take over. However, with the landmine, I'm able to be diagonal and really lean in to the plate, if that makes sense. I'll definitely demonstrate and show you guys. But because I'm able to lean back, I'm really able to push through my heels and therefore use my hamstrings and my glutes to really power the weight up, as opposed to letting my quads take over. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. If you have not tried this, you need to give it a go. It is an absolute must. It is so amazing for the glutes. And as you see, I am leaning back. I am diagonal. I'm not standing straight up. Get a wider stance. And then you're going to squat down. You're able to get really low with these squats. So like this. And push up through those heels.
I'm so good at pretending. Keep on smiling in my tiny bubble, like a movie without ending. Spending time like it was going backwards. Posters covering our walls, but they fall down. Diving deeper in the books that we read blind. Breathing in and breathing out to get smarter. Not working out for me, yeah.
Okay, so for our next exercise that we're doing, I'm just going to be using the same setup just because it's easy and convenient. But I actually really love doing stiff leg deadlifts, straight leg deadlifts with the landmine setup as well. I just feel like it's really comfortable and able to get that nice stretch. So straight leg deadlifts, once you get the technique, they are such an amazing exercise for the glutes and the hamstrings. So you're going to go ahead and just pick up the weight as so. And I'm grabbing the bar like all the way on the end here. And you're going to let your hips sink backwards, keeping your back straight, feeling that like nice stretch. You'll feel the stretch here in your hamstrings. You should feel the stretch here in your glutes and your hamstrings. When you feel that, then you want to power up. So you're going to sink back, sink back, sink back, and up. The last landmine exercise, but the reason why I really feel like I learned to love landmine exercises is because of the whole being able to lean into them. I feel like that, number one, takes out a lot of the balance aspects, so you're not having to focus on balance and stuff like that. But then another one for me is that I'm really able to take like the load off of the front of my body, and I don't have to rely too much on my personal mobility. Again, like I said, I'm really able to like lean into the exercises and use my heel, hamstrings, and glutes more. So the last landmine exercise is going to be a landmine curtsy lunge. Now, this exercise I seen done by KK Fit on Instagram, and they said, oh my gosh, this is such an amazing glute exercise. Tried it for myself and was not disappointed. So the main thing with this curtsy lunge is you want to make sure that you're not leaning too far over. You want to make sure you're still kind of like in line, if that makes sense. But again, you're able to lean into the plate, which I'll show you. So instead of doing this exercise standing straight up, you're going to be leaning into the weight this way, doing the curtsy lunge and leaning up. Really using that working leg and able to put so much weight and load so much on that working leg without having to focus on balance. So with it being a single leg exercise, it's already going to be a lot more challenging, and then taking out the balancing aspect, because again, you're able to lean into this exercise, it's a match made in heaven.
Meditation through the yoga lessons, going greener by the minute. Soon I can't wear any other colors. Posters covering my walls, but they fall down. Diving deeper in the books that we read blind. Breathing in and breathing out to get smarter. Not working out for me, yeah. Got no money on my mind, tell my mommy I'm alright. Even laughing at the jokes you tell me. Keep myself inside the lines, leaving tidy all the time.
Alright guys, I'm pretty sure you guys know what the next exercise is going to be. Could not be a glute video without hip thrust. So this, in my opinion, is the #1 glute builder. If you're not adding in heavy hip thrusts into your routine, you're just not going to see the gains that you would if you were. These will take it to the next level. But I have to say that adding in a band is also game changing. So I do have actually my own resistance bands, and they are actually back in stock online. I'll have the link in the description, but this one here is the medium strength. My strength is definitely not where it used to be, so that's why I have the medium on right now. But with adding in the resistance band, what this does is as you're doing the hip thrust, you push out towards this band, and that's gonna activate the gluteus medius and keep that like under constant tension as you're doing the hip thrust. So that makes it like an overall, all around amazing exercise for all parts of your glutes. As well as I'm gonna show you guys my new favorite variation. You can do hip thrusts so many different ways. You can, just pulse, you can hold it, for 10 seconds. You can, come all the way back down and just do the reps how they're supposed to be done. But this way that I'm gonna show you guys, I believe I've seen it done by Beth Fitness UK. I think that's her name on Instagram first. And I'm telling you guys, this exhausts my glutes like no other. And I really feel like this variation is my ultimate favorite. I feel like I should have been doing this a long time ago. So basically what we're doing is a 1.5 rep, and then we're counting that as 1 rep. So I'll come all the way down to start, lift the bar all the way up, and then I'll come back down about halfway and then go back up. So I don't know why this variation, it hurts so bad, but you can literally feel the difference in how much it's working. I think it's just keeping that time under tension. So I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna demonstrate what I mean by the 1.5 rep. And like I mentioned, you wanna make sure that you are pushing out against this band as you're doing the thrust as well. And find your foot placement here. Okay, so for our last exercise, we have split lunges. Now, I know this is not a fan favorite, and I used to hate them as well, but I feel like part of the reason I hated them is because I was doing them like incorrect. So I'm going to show you guys the correct form and how I personally feel them more in my glutes. So I used to think further away from the bench was better for the glutes, but what would happen when I was far away is my form would start to get a little more sloppy. I'd be a little bit more wiggly because obviously I'm trying to balance a little bit more. And then I was trying to keep my chest straight, so I would end up like this, therefore putting a lot of pressure on my quads, what I have found that works better for me and where I feel more of the tension and more of the focus in my glutes is actually bringing in my stance closer. So about here actually, leaning forward just a little bit, not letting your chest down, having your weight come straight down here and then pushing straight back up. So just thinking about leaning a little bit forward, being a little bit diagonal, stance a little bit closer together, and then just going straight down, straight back up. Try that for me. If you hate split lunges, you feel like you feel them in your quads a lot more, I promise you this variation, it's amazing for the glutes.
I keep feeling like I'm missing something. Don't you worry about me, yeah. Don't you worry about. Got no money on my mind, tell my mommy I'm alright, even laughing at the truth.
Okay guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned some tips and tricks that'll help you guys if you're trying to grow your glutes as well. Again, some of these exercises you may have seen before, but hopefully there was some new details maybe that you didn't know about them, or different variation that you could do, like the landmines that I showed you. Try those out if you have not tried any type of landmine exercise. If you have that available, a barbell and a plate, or if your local gym has that, I'm telling you guys, the leaning in aspect is everything. But yeah, like I said in the beginning of this video, if you enjoy this type of content, if you like this style of video, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Let your girl know what you guys like. Also, if you guys want to get any of those resistance bands that I showed with my hip thrust, that link will be in the description as well. Other than that, I will see you guys in my next upload. Bye.